Hey guys, so in today's vlog, we're going to talk about parallel realities. I want to talk about how visualization works hand in hand with parallel reality jumps, and also timelines. I want to touch on timelines as well. So firstly, what are parallel realities? Parallel realities are not a place that you go to physically. Like, I live in Vancouver in Canada. So for me, I can physically from here go to Whistler, from where I live, White Rock to Whistler if I wanted to. That is not what a parallel reality is. That's why it's really hard it's a hard concept for people to fathom. Now remember what I said, parallel realities and visualizations they go hand in hand. This is why visualizations, imagination is God. That's what Neville Goddard said. Imagination is God. The reason he said imagination is God is because he knew that in order to tap into all the different realities that you have going on, and to create your own, because essentially you are God too, you need to imagine. You need imagination. You need to visualize. So parallel realities, like I said, aren't a physical place that you go to. Parallel realities are controlled by your stories that you give. So whatever you imagine, that's why all the negative thoughts that you imagine in your mind's eye, or if you hold on to a lot of negativity, or, you know, in The Secret, if you remember that scene where that girl wakes up and she stubs her toe and then she just ends up having a bad day. It's one bad thing after another, because subconsciously you're creating that in another reality before it happens here in the 3D. So if you can imagine, let's talk about parallel realities and timelines real quick. If you can imagine, or if you've ever been to a hypnotherapist, they put you to sleep and they tap into your subconscious mind. That's what they're doing. When you're in, your mind is in a theta state, I always forget, but when your mind's more relaxed, they start getting you talking and they tap into your subconscious mind. When you're in that state, you're jumping realities you're jumping into your timelines, your past timeline, past, present, or future. Whatever your subconscious mind brings up to the hypnotherapist is where you're jumping. So we all have the ability, every single one of us, to access our timelines. Now, parallel realities you can create them. So what I want you to know at this point is that, yes, we have a body. We have a mind, body, and we have a soul. Our soul is our awareness. So if you imagine a layer on top of you, okay? Let's just say it's your aura, okay? Just so you can visualize something. We all know what an aura is. So imagine the aura as your awareness, or it's the one that observes everything. So when you physically started detaching yourself from people just who didn't understand you anymore, when you physically started detaching yourself, at one point you did or will, it just happens, you did or will become the observer of the situation. The reason you become the observer of the situation is because you're coming from more love and light in scenarios, because you're understanding the other person's perspective. So now imagine this. If you have awareness now, you've opened your heart chakra, all your chakras up. If you are the observer, who's your awareness? If your awareness, you feel like, okay, I have awareness. okay, I see with my sixth sense. Like I have the awareness to understand other people, and they have a story. They come, they react. I'm not reacting anymore. I will be non-reactive from here on in, and I will just give love. That's what my goal, that actually is my goal for 20, like that I'm practicing now. So if I am now the awareness, who's aware of my awareness? So let's visualize this aura, and let's just say that this aura, however you want to visualize it, is the awareness of your awareness. So now, when we want to do a parallel reality jump, it's this aura that's taking us to the jump. And the way you do a parallel reality trip, you simply visualize. You close your eyes, you visualize the scenario or the life that you want. You can do it in meditation. And you've just created yourself a parallel reality to what you're actually living in this 3D world. And then once you get out of meditation, it's really important to act like it's done. It's really important to understand that what you created is also truth. In that parallel reality, this is your new reality. It's coming. If you can attract the bad things, you can definitely attract the good things. So watch for it in the world. Watch for it in Mother Nature, in phone calls, in text messages, in how people are reacting towards you. And if you have a downfall of money, like I just did. I had money just come out of nowhere, and I've been kind of listening to this prosperity prayer, and I've really been trying to shift my focus from fear and lack to prosperity. And I've created an alternate reality, and I'll share mine with you guys. So my alternate reality, a long time ago, many years ago, I began to just see, so I am now, like, I visualization, I daydream. It's just fun for me. I enjoy the lives that I create. I love it. So I visualize a lot. But when you visualize a lot and you give trust and faith into your awareness, your soul, your higher self, which is taking you on these timelines, and you come from love and light, the soul will start showing you things in meditation when you close your eyes that you haven't seen before. So I've talked in another vlog that I was standing alongside with Archangel Michael in one of my visions, and we were looking at this. It looked like it was the Milky Way, but there was a lot of like different star systems and planets and universes that we were looking at, and I was like, holy shit. What the fuck is this? And I'm standing there with Archangel Michael, and I was wearing a black outfit. It's called a linga, an Indian outfit. And from the black, one day, out of nowhere, it switched to gold. And I also got this, like, it almost reminded me of Thor's hammer, this golden Thor's hammer in my hand. And I was like, okay. So I look at Archangel Michael. He just smiled at me like, accept it, take it. So I did. And I had that visualization. I didn't know what it was. That's the other thing. You just have to surrender, and you just have to watch and feel. But this is like another level. This is after you've done your own visualizations and you've created your own life, and you've seen evidence of what you've created, and you've given gratitude to the evidence that you've seen in this earth, on this 3D earth. So back to my reality that I was in, that came to me. This came to me. So I'm standing there with this like Thor's hammer, and what happened? I'm like, what the hell is this? Like, what does this mean? Now, after years, this started 6 years ago. Took me 6 years, but I came to realize that Thor's hammer, that's the one that kept me away from poverty and completely lack consciousness, and kept me from those hard times that I had. And man, were they hard, because I took big risks. I was naive, but they were good risks. I had to take them, but they were big risks. And I truly feel that was my savior. And that hammer still comes back to me, because it's my riches, it's my wealth. It's that, the universe, there's no lack in the universe. And this is what Thor's hammer represented to me. It's mine. I see it all the time. But now now that I've accepted and I've seen it, and that's why my outfit changed to gold too. It changed to gold when I started realizing that. When I started realizing, like, wow, this is riches. This is the abundance of the universe. That's what this hammer represents. And as I started realizing that, my outfit changed. Now I actually hang out, and the hammer is still there, but it's more in the Milky Way. And the Milky Way is all gold, and these stars are glistening. And I don't even have a body, I have an outline, but I'm all the stars in the Milky Way in my outline. And then just recently, in last year or so, I actually I've seen my alternate realities there, such as my partner, my future partner, my life partner, who's also just shimmery gold outline, but I feel the energy of the person. So this is how jumps work. I went way in depth with it, but maybe I'll do a course on it one day, maybe after my meditation course. But if you guys have been doing jumping, let me know how it is. I love you guys.